Welcome back to another episode. You can see behind me a nice shiny 1991 Jeep Renegade that we had in the shop today. Obviously this is the finished product you see behind me. It did not look anything close to this when it came in this morning. So stay tuned, I'll show you what we did to it coming up next. So a few months back, this customer stopped by with his Jeep, and he just wanted to show it to me. He had just purchased it and was wondering, if there was going to be anything that I could do with, polishing it out. And you'll see in the before and after pictures, well, the before pictures coming up, it was pretty faded. It was bad. And immediately when he brought it here, I saw, the hood. I said to him, I'm like, the hood's definitely a single stage paint. But then you're looking at the tops of the fenders where the clear coat's failing. So, the fenders were cleared at some point. I don't know if they were repainted down the line. I mean, this thing's from 1991, so anything could happen. We don't know the full history of it. He's definitely not the one and only owner of this. But, after we brought it in and washed it, I saw immediately that, again, everything was faded. So in my mind, I already knew I was going to attack the single stage paint first. So we went with 3D Speed on an HDO polishing pad. Didn't tear into it like crazy, because you have to remember with single stage paint, you're ripping paint off. I mean, my pads were all red, my shirt was all red, there was red paint on the floor. So you can't go too wild with it, but I was getting great results right away. And then the tops of the fenders where the clear coat was failing, my main goal was to just get that a little bit shinier so it would match the the door and the hood, the single stage paint. And I think we achieved that. And this thing is definitely looking a lot better. So you'll see in the before pictures, which are coming up right now, how faded it was. It was chalky looking. And then I'll show you a little bit of the polishing that I wound up doing on the Jeep. So after I did a test spot, I worked my way across the hood. So I'm using, like I said, 3D Speed on a blue HDO pad with Rupes polisher. Very light passes back and forth. I'll go a few passes left to right and then a few passes up and down just to make sure I cover everything evenly, and then give it a quick wipe. So the results were pretty simple, especially when you're working with single stage paint. The shine comes back pretty quick. So you don't really have to use much pressure with the polisher. Just work your way around the vehicle. Doors are also single stage on both sides. Like I said, I don't know if it came this way from the factory, if it was repainted at some point, but same routine as I did on the hood. Just staying off the plastic trim and the vinyl top. So I'm just going to polish these areas out, and then I'm going to come back with my smaller buffer and work out those areas. Driver's side door, same routine, 3D Speed on the blue pad, and then like I said, I'm going to come back with the mini polishers to get around the door hinges, get closer to the soft top, and get around the plastic trim. So here's where the mini polisher comes into play. I use a Milwaukee polisher, runs on M12 batteries. I have like 3 or 4 batteries for backups because they kind of burn through them when you're using them for a while. But you'll see it makes easy work of getting around door handles. I can get close to the soft top, the door hinges, work around those, and especially on Jeeps, I wind up using the mini polisher a lot just to get in tight areas because there's a lot of curves on a Jeep. There's no like huge flat panels and a lot of stuff to work around. So definitely mini polisher. The other polisher that I have is the Adams mini polisher. Again, nice and easy to get around. You could use a 1-2 inch pad to get in tight spaces. On the fenders that had a little bit of clear left on them, this is where it was kind of flaking off and the clear coat was failing. We just hit that with 3D1 with a blue HDO pad, and just to give it a little bit of polish. We weren't really able to do much with it, but it had a little bit of fading to it, so I wanted to try to get it to match the doors and the hood. After I got all the paint polished and a coat of sealant put on there, the windows were kind of dingy looking. So they're plastic windows on the soft top, and the exterior has a lot of scratches in it, probably from improper washing or even just hitting the trails and some branches rubbing up against them. So my main goal was to get the haze out of the windows, and I'll show you a before and after. But what I used was Meguiar 17. So this is a clear plastic cleaner. Just applied it to a microfiber towel and wiped the window down and then cleaned it off and threw some spray sealant on there. But I'll show you a 50-50 of what the window looked like. So you can definitely tell a difference here in the 50-50 shot. I wound up polishing not only the outside but the inside too. It had some light oxidation on the inside, so I just went over all the windows and polished them out really nice. We also did an interior detail on this Jeep. shampooed all the upholstery, shampooed the carpets, the floor mats, wiped down all the panels, got the dust out. It really wasn't killed inside. My main concern was, and the owner's main concern was really getting the outside cleaned. There were a couple stains in the seats that we had to get out, but the inside cleaned up really nice. I have some before videos of that, and then I'll show you the after as well. And after the inside was done, we gave it a final wipe down with Beadmaker, and then it's ready to hit the road. I mean, it's not gonna hit the road tonight because the weather is horrible, so I talked to the customer. We're gonna leave it inside tonight in the shop, and then he'll pick it up tomorrow anyway. I hate to give the vehicle back to him and have to drive it home in the rain. It's been raining here all day, so 2 vehicles in here that are sleeping over tonight. Unfortunately, someone along the lines ran across this hood with a buffer and wound up tearing the paint right off of it. So right along that edge, really right here, they got it horrible. I mean, it's down to the metal there, unfortunately. But a little bit on this side, and that sucks because the rest of the hood is in really good shape. So I was kind of upset about that. I wish somebody knew what they were doing when they tried polishing the paint. But other than that, here's the area with the clear coat that's kind of fading off, and it's not flaking off, it's just worn away. But we got a little bit of shine to it from far away. You can't really notice it, but it looks a hell of a lot better. So that's gonna do it for this episode. Just wanted to, give you another video on what we're working on here in the shop. This is a 91 Jeep Renegade. It's hard to believe that we can call this thing a classic, but it definitely is, and it's looking a whole heck of a lot better than it was when it first came in this morning. So hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notifications so you know when we come out with another video, and as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.